It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. He'll buy some time right. Able to get away. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Cousins now to throw on first down. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
63.
This is Barkley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up on 4th down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play fake. Cousins trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Off the play fake, Cousins. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first down. This defense, they come to play. They're the better of the 2 units here so far.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Barkley. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Barkley inside handoff. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing is Hurts. On the move, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. 3.5 to go, 1st quarter. On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Play action now, Cousins. This one into the hands of Pitts. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Bourne from that outside linebacker spot. Gets in there. It's a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Cousins. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And now it's 3rd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. Now this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Go Silver, ready?
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Hey, Silver. Hey, let's go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to his left. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Washington's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Robinson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Offense.
Would have put him in the lead, but hold that thought.
Yeah, the celebration had to stop, didn't it? Because now you're on a real uptick. You're in the lead. Instead, you're still behind. Have to find a way to regroup.
This will be caught just inside the 10. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Touchdown, Falcons. James Washington. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's James Washington who finishes things with a touchdown reception. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 2nd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hurts sliding out of the pocket. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Here's a give to Barkley. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they'll set up 1st and goal.
That solid gain will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's capped off on a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Kirk Cousins and the offense back onto the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Cousins. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Cousins again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Cousins now from the 50. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 22. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Throws right back to London. Complete again. Touchdown. Drake London. As the 1st half is winding down. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off. So you feel that in the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's a gain of 6. And the Falcon 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game.
You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche.
2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
How about the timing on that one? Well, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Rolling to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will tie things at 17 all. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And right side, they're going to go option here. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. That drive started with not a lot of real estate in front of them. And plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Powering his way forward. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 55 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Here's a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll look to throw here. Steps away. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were heading for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd down, here's Hurts. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Hurts. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. On play action, Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Flush to his right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Throwing is Cousins. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. He's got his target. That's complete. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Ball start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A give to Robinson on the option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with now 2 4th-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Barkley, inside handoff. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for another Eagles.
Now back to throw. On the move to his left. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best. But these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 18-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. He'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A first down throw for Cousins. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Darius Slay on the coverage.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 27. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. Sheds off the tackle, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Here's 3rd and 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Robinson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Holding offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why would?
Touchdown, Falcons! Darnell Mooney with his 2nd of the afternoon. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
But first down, Hurts. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of